Our second nominee feels at home here. And you probably heard it. He actually studied here in Les Roches just a few years ago. Panos Tzivanidis, you are the Director of Corporate Events and Services at the International Olympic Committee. He's originally from Greece, hence his current work is extremely meaningful. Your career has taken you throughout the world. You have visited many, many countries. You have lived in many countries. Actually, we could have met, as you have lived 15 years in Belgium, not just in Belgium, but actually in the same village where I have spent about 18 years of my life as a young child and as a teenager. You believe in the power of people, and when we discussed together, you really insisted a lot on the importance of empowering your team members. You also shared with me your secrets around the 3 T's. Do you want to hear the secrets about the 3 T's? Yes? Okay, first T for time. Time is precious, so we need to manage it really cautiously. Second T for technology. Well, we cannot escape it, so we'd better embrace it. And third T is for talents. Talent is everywhere, as it was said. We really need to empower talents. Is that correct, Panos? Yes. So I also would like to add that you have a son who is 25 years old and is actually studying, guess where? In Les Roches. So welcome, Panos. Well, it seems like you have a few fans here tonight.
Yeah, they have to behave. Merci beaucoup. Merci.
So, Panos, we start with the first part. First question. Can you share with the audience an event that has been pivotal in your life?
Yeah, when I heard this question, it is actually very difficult to choose just one pivotal moment in a life. And the reason is because there are so many moments that actually contribute to your whole career and the whole life that you have. I could say that a pivotal moment was really when I landed in Geneva and I drove up here in Les Roches, because it is true, and I'm not saying this, it is a way of life. And it changed my life being here, and the love for Bluche, Grand Montana, and Switzerland started over there. Getting married with my wife, that she still supports me after all these years, and have my son was other pivotal moments. But if I have to come to something that is really pure on business and on the career, I will never forget at the beginning of my career, I was really young, I was working for a major company, and when I joined the team, I realized that there was a serious problem for many, many years of what now it is very obvious of moral harassment. And I was in the trial period, and I remember that I said, I will not go against my personal values from what I see, and I will not accept to continue working for a company like that. The result was that it's never pleasant to leave a situation like that, especially at the beginning of your career. But I was very happy because one of the executive directors, which afterwards she became my mentor for my career, understood the problem, and we resolved the problem that had actually penalized many, many people in the department that I was just starting. And I will never forget, this was the moment that my career really started in the real corporate world.
Thank you very much for sharing, Panos. Second question is asked by our partner UBS. What future project do you dream of being able to carry out?
Well,
just one.
Well, let's focus then on Milano Cortina, the next Winter Games. I mean, they're across the corner. It's just around the corner. It is an amazing event. Being part of the Olympics in every dimension, it is an amazing opportunity. Everybody who is part of it, being able to contribute to something that the athletes are living and breathing for, and you, in a very small way, you are becoming the catalyst and you're planting the seed for them to be able to excel. It is unique. It is unique in every form. So being part, and we need and we will make it a success for the athletes.
Excellent, thank you very much. Well, last question is from the jury. How do you cultivate a leadership culture that maintains excellence while empowering the teams to innovate and manage complexity on their own? How do you perform and care for people at the same time?
Well, let's define what is performance. Performance is actually when people they are extremely happy on their environment and what they're working for. So from the moment that you're creating an environment that the individuals want to be part of it, then by default they will give their best. They will innovate, they will excel. We need to accept that young people, and you know how I feel about young people, they will make mistakes. We need to support them, and we need actually to allow them do the mistakes. We need to listen to them. They have a lot of things to say, and sometimes we just don't listen. Let's listen to them, and they will thrive. We just need to accept that we don't have the absolute knowledge, that people, and especially young generation, they can teach us certain things. We need to embrace. Sometimes we need to recalibrate and put it on the right way, and then everything will happen in the best possible way.
So it's very much about creating the environment that enables them to thrive and at the same time to move towards reaching an objective. Very nice. Thank you. So let's move to the second part, and that's your turn to share your 3 affirmations. So get ready. And we start with the first question, the first affirmation. Let's go.
So I achieved the rank of captain in the Greek military until I was actually dismissed from the reserves at the age of 50.
Second one.
I am a free diver, having reached the maximum depth of 20 meters.
And last one.
I'm an avid e-gamer, mainly on strategy and sport-related games.
So you decide, you vote. Just a few seconds to make up your choice. All right, let's get ready to see the results. From the 3, you have 2 that are correct.
I was a captain of the Greek military service.
Good, so that's good.
Yeah. The second correct, you have it right, with a small difference, but you have it right. I'm not a free diver. I have never, although I'm coming from an island in Greece, in Corfu, I never went to 20 meters with apnea.
And you are an avid e-gamer.
I'm an avid e-gamer.
Wow,
yes.
Okay. Well, so you go to this major competition of e-gaming that
and
we
my
see
son
sometimes on
can
TV?
still not win over me in some games.
So that's what you spend your evening on, e-gaming.
Sometimes,
some of your evenings.
when I have time.
All right. Interesting. Thank you very much, Panos. So let's move on to the next part. We have these questions, and these are your questions. So I hope that you had the opportunity to propose a few questions. But before that, we have a question from the one of the partner again. So Crans-Montana hosts many major sporting events. With your experience in coordinating some of these world's largest events, what advice would you give to a young Valaisan who dream of working in international event management?
Well, already the young Valaisans, they have a tremendous advantage because they're coming from a region, especially if they start looking on major international sporting events that they have to do with the Winter Games. And I believe it genuinely, they have a tremendous advantage because they're coming from a region that it is directly associated with the best worldwide events on Winter Games. So they have an advantage. I think they should not be afraid to go outside. And I say this because there is a demand for people that they have expertise in this domain, but it is at the same time, it is a demand that usually it's going from word of mouth. It is in their own world, and in their own world, they know where is the need. They have also to accept that they will need to move. It is beautiful to be in Switzerland. It is beautiful to be in Valais, but sometimes there are some very good career opportunities outside of Switzerland. And I think that this is the main thing. They should not be afraid to use their knowledge and to educate other regions and other countries.
So to move out,
to move out,
learn outside, and then at some point maybe come back.
They will come back. They will come back.
Very good. Next question. Can you share an example of an idea, a project, an initiative where you had to challenge the status quo and created a meaningful change? I'm sure you have many examples.
Status quo. So we are trying always in our industry, the business events industry, in the sporting event industry, we anyhow try always to evolve and to adapt to the needs of the event, of the region, of the country, of the time. I can take an example of Paris 2024, which was an amazing edition of the Olympic Games, and I hope that you all remember it. What else than having to organize for the first time, the Paris 24 organizing committee decided to do the opening ceremony open air.
That was amazing
the river.
Indeed. Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is not biggest challenge of status quo than taking an opening ceremony outside. For us, that we are doing all the events that are around this was by definition a challenge of status quo, and we had to adapt and to create a completely new way of doing these events.
Thank you. Well, we have 2 more questions, so let's start with that one. When will Switzerland host the Games again?
I hope very soon. I hope very soon.
What is your best estimate?
I will not be able to give you the best estimate, but for those that are a little bit following the news, there is already discussions for an edition of the Winter Games in the near future, and we are very confident that this will be the case. Let's hope. But we do all want to see the Games coming back to Switzerland. We had in the youth Winter Olympic Games in Lausanne and in Switzerland, and it was a tremendous success. So we only have to go the extra mile, and the Games will come back.
So let's hope it will come soon. And last question, what is your most favorite achievement this year? The achievement you feel the most proud of?
I am extremely proud, but this is a little bit personal to me and also to the governance. We had for the first time the elections for the new president of the IOC, which is we have for the first time a female young president. But for me personally, it also meant a lot that the elections took place in Olympia in Greece, and we had organized this event where the Olympics were born, and is my country, and at the same time we have a young woman athlete elected as president.
And that's indeed absolutely amazing. Thank you very much, Panos.
Thank you. Merci.
Merci.